back with a little bit extra in the preparation for liberation conversation. And I think it's important we start imagining and dreaming and visualizing. And the more of us that visualize positive, interesting, alternative realities for the future and for the present, the easier it will take shape. Obviously, I want a Palestina Libre, Congo, Sudan. I want us not to rely on exploitation. You know, I think these are basic things that the majority of us will agree on. And I was thinking about this because of how many people honestly now, like, freedom to the struggle has now become like the whole identity of a person, which is fine if that's where you are. But sometimes adopting that identity of struggle is the same thing that prolongs the struggle and that elongates it, because now the struggle is familiar and now the struggle is an identity. When it becomes an identity, it's really hard to separate it from, because it's personal now. So when any part of this identity externally is attacked, you become fragile. And we don't want necessarily fragility, but we want to maintain a certain sensitivity that is healthy. And so, you know, I was thinking about what happens if we just do get free. Palestine tomorrow is free. What are we doing? I spoke about this a few years ago, and I think it's important to come back to every now and again. But the occupiers of our land were a traumatized population that never healed. And that maintaining the state as a traumatized victimhood population has also made it very easy for them to be manipulated by their own government. The same people who are carrying out the arms of occupation are the same people who were preyed upon for being victims and who were preyed upon for being traumatized and who never got the actual healing. They didn't get the healing, they just received everything that they thought was missed, right? And so if we as a Palestinian people come into that same fate, I find it very improbable that we will be able to deviate from the pattern, which is get traumatized, be abused, and then essentially perpetuate that same abuse and trauma for lack of healing. So, what am I thinking about? I'm thinking about, what do we need to do? What do we as Palestinians need to do to prepare for liberation? The same way with like manifestation, people prepare to be rich. You prepare to have money. You prepare to be affluent, and you prepare by relaxing, right? You prepare by feeling that everything that you want has already happened. So how can we do that in regards to the liberation conversation? If we were truly free tomorrow, what are we doing? If we're truly free today, what are we doing tomorrow? You know? If we're truly free today, are we perpetuating the same cycle tomorrow? If we are truly free today, are we punishing someone tomorrow? Because if we're punishing someone tomorrow, we didn't heal. But if we're creating something tomorrow, then we obviously did. So, as a liberated population, from wherever your struggle for freedom and struggle for equality has been rooted, let's say you get all that tomorrow. Who are you and what are you doing? Who is your community and what is your community doing? Is the only thing we've been feeling in our head vengeance? Because that's not gonna come out very cute. It's gonna be very messy. And I feel like if you know anything about a messy house, then you want to clean it first. Like if you're gonna have a party and you know things are gonna get really messy, you want to clean the house first. So at least you just have to clean up the mess of the party. You don't have to clean up the mess of the party and all the existing mess that was there before. So let's get ready for a party. Let's get ready for a celebration. And let's do that by thinking about What do I need to do to be the best free version of me? And that free version can exist right now here in this reality. I can meet her in like 3 seconds. All I have to do is decide that I'm her and decide that I want to be her and that I want to live life like her. Excuse me, like this freed version. So, preparation for liberation. This is a question for you as an individual. It's a question for you as a community member and what it means for your community. And then it's also like a global question. Like, what do we need to do to be free? Not what do we need to do to be free, but we already are free. Now, who are we? What are we doing with the freedom? What are we doing with the freedom? Imagine from that creative question. This is the creative writing prompt. The world is free. What do you do now? What's next? All right. I also think we need to make more movies about this topic. I think we need to make more TV shows, more media about alternative, positive possibilities for the future. I don't see the future as like this world where robots and AIs and there's no nature and everything is sad and depressed. That sounds like an episode from 1984. And personally, I just really know that there are other futures that we can easily jump into altogether if we just choose. And the one I'm envisioning is with a lot more art and the intertwine of nature and technology, of society being advanced, and we are using those advancements to actually care for the world and respect each other and the planet. And I don't think it's that far off. I don't think it's that hard to get there, really, because so many of us are awake, so many of us are online, so it's easy to communicate ideas, so many of us are connected. It doesn't take all day for me to get from Maryland to Virginia, except in rush hour traffic, but proximity, we can use it to our advantage. All right. So preparation for liberation, a continued conversation. What comes next? Okay, please let me know if anybody would like to have a discussion with me. Please let me know. I love to talk to other people significantly more than I like to talk to myself in this medium. All right. I'm an idea person. I have ideas that need to be shared, and I don't like this medium so much, but I'm trying to make the best out of it. Okay. The shoes. And with that, خلاص. مع السلامة.